Hello all, welcome to another edition of King Joe's Kingdom of Collectibles. This issue, or this installment of my channel, another complete run. This is DC Comics Blue Beetle. It's actually the first time DC published Blue Beetle. Before that it was a Charlatan comic. And this is actually volume 7 of Blue Beetle. And it ran from 86 to 88. You have the famous first issue, fabulous first issue, I should say. Ted Kord is the Blue Beetle, and that's the bug in the background. This machine. Issue number 2. Issue number 3. Number 4. Dr. Alchemy. Hey, number 5. The Question is Back. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Legends crossover. Chapter 11. Number 12, number 10, another Legends crossover, Chapter 15. And there's Kronos. Issue 11. '12. '13. '14. This reminds me of a spaghetti western I have because of the quick draw, I guess, with the gun. Clint Eastwood. Spaghetti western. The good, the bad, and the ugly. 15. '16. Issue 17. '18. Blue Beetle versus Blue Beetle. I actually found out something today about the original Golden Age Blue Beetle. His first appearance was in Mystery Men #1, and I always, from reading like some 1960s books, I always thought he had a magic scarab. That was actually introduced in the Silver Age. The original Blue Beetle derived his powers from taking a drug, and they thought that taking a drug wasn't good, so they changed it to he had a mystical scarab. '19. '20. I should say back in the 50s they changed them, because as we know, this Ted Kord Blue Beetle came out in the 60s. So between the 1930s and the 1960s, in the 30-year period, the Golden Age Blue Beetle had a revamp. Well, this is Millennium crossover. I did not particularly care for the Millennium story arc. 21. Mr. Miracle Blue Beetle. 22. 23. 24. The final issue lasted 2 years. I actually was very, because I can remember when I bought this. I used to go to a comic book store called Heroes and Legends. They had like a couple stores. They had one in let's say Exeter. It was across the bridge in West Pittston. They also had one in Dixon City. They had a store in Wilkes-Barre. And they had a deal growing up. They had a thing where if you became part of their club, your birthday you would get 10% plus your age, or no, 20% off plus your age, not to exceed 40%. Well, I'll never forget getting, like, turning 20. And it was funny because I went and I hit up, because most of these books, you know, you look at it back then, the late 80s, 86, 87, you know, books were 75 cents to $1.25, $1.50, maybe $2 max. And you get 40% off a buck. You're getting books for 60 cents. I mean, you can hammer, I mean, $100. There's like 100 and some books you got. And also, too, back then, you know, a lot of that stuff wasn't really, like, taxable. You paid cash, and you walked out. You didn't have to pay tax on it. Now it's like oh my God, the government's got to get this cut into collectibles. Oh my God. That's why I don't understand how people really can make, you know, I know how dealers make money, but I don't know how normal people can make money on comics. So a dealer gets the stuff, they go and they get estate sales, and they're like, oh, this is not more money. I've watched dealers get hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of books for a few grand. I'll never forget the one time I was at a shop. But that's another story. I don't want that, but that's Blue Beetle Vol.7. Great story. I actually really like this series. So, thank you guys for viewing and subscribing. King Joe out.